I'm Howard Phillips Lovecraft, and today's question comes to us from Ruthie, who wants to know my thoughts on Franz Kafka. Now, this proved a rather interesting journey. I learned a great deal about Franz Kafka. We are literary confreres. We were writing at similar times. We had certainly a troubled relationship with our own writing and have often been compared via our exploration of alienation, bodily horror, and the like. But all of this came as something of a surprise because up until recently I was not familiar with Kafka. It turns out that none of his work, save for one story, The Castle, was published in English during my lifetime, and indeed most of his popularity in the English-speaking world wouldn't take place until long after both of our deaths. Beyond that, it seems that he was striving to destroy that literary output. He burned 90% of his work in what can only be described as an attempt at literary suicide, and beyond that, he left instructions for his literary executor to destroy everything else upon his death. Luckily for us, that executor decided to carry out a small act of personal betrayal. Makes my own posthumous dealings with August Derleth seem all very cordial by comparison, because we are very lucky to still have this work. Having delved into it, I find a common spirit, someone who is truly searching for the sublime wonder of horror. But whereas I looked above and beyond to find that same sense of terror, he was able to derive it by looking within and by exploring the relationships between people, bureaucracies, and, well, how we interact with our own selves. It's all very chilling, disturbing stuff that leaves one very uncomfortable within one's skin, which is the highest recommendation I can give any author. As always, I'm Howard Phillips Lovecraft. Thank you.